Many people wonder why we get involved in political action. And I can sum it up in 2 words: man-hours. Politics equals organizing. And organizing means more job opportunities for our members. I would like to introduce the Director of Wage and Hour, Connecticut Department of Labor, Gary Peachy.
You all represent all workers. This figure out there that unions represent 13% of the workers is just a fallacy. You represent all workers. You just don't get the dues from all those workers, but you represent them all. Keep giving us the laws, we'll enforce the crap out of them. Keep sending us those contractors. We got 8 from New York yesterday, the son of a bitches. Shut them right down. So send them in, we'll scrub them up, kick them in the pants, and send them back. You can file every lawsuit you want. Somebody works in the state of Connecticut, they're gonna get paid. We made the non-payment of wages a felony. We got civil penalties where that money comes back to our division to hire more staff. We're one of the only states, I believe, in the country where the fine money we collect, the penalty money that we go out and get, comes back to our division. What is going on out there? Why is there such a culture of greed in corporate America? How much money do you need? So I not only say there's a culture of greed out there that we have to stop, but now it's turned into a culture of fraud. The fraud out there in the construction industry alone is incredible. We cannot allow that to happen. We have to get out there and make it a public policy, not only in Connecticut, not only in New England, but across the country. It's not right. If you're cutting corners on wages, what else are you cutting corners on? So what's the stop work law? We can stop the work of an employer who is misclassifying employees as independent contractors or underreporting or committing fraud in workers' comp. Most states give it to the workers' comp people or give it to the Attorney General's office. We have it in the Labor Department because we know workers. But we put up these posters called stop work orders. Notice the color, it's red. It means stop. Either put them on the payroll or get the hell out of Connecticut. We don't want to see you anymore. And that's the way it's going to be.
These are very scary times for the country, in large part because you've had an administration for the last 8 years that has looked the other way. You've had speculators who are gaming the system. You had legislation that was put in an omnibus bill in the dark of night by Phil Gramm that opens up markets and areas to the over-the-counter and dark market that is totally unregulated. We've had a housing market crisis, an investor crisis, and what took place this week had to be done. I'm as angry and as outraged and as frustrated as the constituents I'm sworn to serve. But the danger of not acting with respect to pension funds, with respect to people trying to get loans for automobile, workouts on their mortgages, loans to put their kids through school, small businesses who are attempting to get money to meet their payroll. There's a lot to be done. But Obama says it best. When someone sets the fire and it's burning around you, the first thing you do is put the fire out. We had to put that fire out because of the cascading effects that it would have on our economy and what it means to the people that we're sworn to serve. Because this is the reality. We have a Republican administration. We have a Republican-controlled United States Senate. And as you know from Politics 101, it takes 2 chambers to pass a bill. Damn. What made this country great is when government invests and uses its investments to move the nation forward. A young president in 1960 said we could put a man on the moon, and we could do it in 10 years, he said. Everyone doubted that we had the technological capability or the will to bring the nation together and focus on scientific and physics hurdles that they thought were incapable. We did that in 9 years. Are you telling me we can't be energy independent within 10 years if we put American resources and American know-how behind it, and with American jobs, investing in American technology, that we can move this nation forward? Rise up, America! Rise up, America's workforce! Let it be known we want to go back to work! Let's take this country back! It doesn't belong to the investor class! It involves people who work with their hands! It involves investing in manufacturing in our own country, so we're putting our people back to work. Iraq has a greater surplus than the United States of America. Let's put Americans back to work. Let's make your pension secure. Make sure there's a safety net for people. You shouldn't have to care or wonder about your mother's, your parents' future, or your children's. That's what this great country of ours is all about. That's what our party is about. Support Barack Obama. That's what we need to do to go forward. God bless you. God bless America. Keep rebuilding our country, Carpenters. Thank you so much.
Look, you know, it's been said repeatedly that we are meeting at a time of great uncertainty. After years of a deregulated investment frenzy, highly leveraged debt, and a culture of greed on Wall Street that was given the political seal of approval in Washington, our country's financial markets are in turmoil. Credit is drying up, and millions of Americans are wondering about their retirement security. We are part of that Main Street or side street sense of concern. Will the spigot of private investment dollars shut off projects in the pipeline? Are publicly funded school and infrastructure projects in jeopardy? And what is the state of our pension funds? I put my crystal ball in the closet a long time ago, but I do know a few things. First, our funds have been hit hard in 2008 like every other investment program. But this tough year follows on nearly 20 years of strong performance and a sophisticated and diversified program that has cushioned our funds from some of the extreme negative returns that are being reported in the papers and on TV. Each of our individual funds, New England, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, has its own story, but none of our members' pensions are in danger. And that's really important to communicate to our members. Yesterday, we handed out a memo that the New England funds put out, a two-page memo. For those of you who have not seen it, even if you participate in other funds, I would strongly urge you take a look at it. It is a very, very good and clear description of where we stand, and it's an honest description, no spin, but our members' pensions are not in danger. Second, I believe the New England economy may be spared some of the worst shocks of the likely economic slowdown. Our region's heavy reliance on institutional work, universities, private schools, and healthcare facilities is somewhat insulated from the commercial credit markets. They often take advantage of their endowments to build at times when the rest of the market is slowing. So we may have somewhat of an advantage over other parts of the country as the future unfolds. But third and most important, I believe our organization is well prepared to weather the storm because we have learned how to be resilient and how to adapt to change. The state of the nation's economy may be uncertain, but the state of our union is strong. Its continuing strength depends on our commitment to all pull together in the same direction. Look beyond the petty distractions that occasionally divide us, and keep our eye on the challenges from those forces that threaten the union from the outside our predecessors built and we are charged to sustain. Only in that way can we be sure that the Carpenters Union in New England will continue to be a pathway to the American dream, a dream that is not a distant hope, but a reality we can count on. Thank you.